Good morning, geeks and gamers. Welcome to the Green Screen Daily. That's pretty much what it is. It's just a couple of green screens. I mean, mine doesn't look like a green screen. Yours does because mine is my real setup. So you kind
I
of
had to change my shirt because the green was messing with it. But I mean, it's kind of neat because like if I'm feeling festive, go to Christmas Town. If I want to be on a pirate ship, I could just do that. All right. Anyway, let's get back to being a little more professional.
Why did you make it awkward? I don't understand why you had to make it awkward.
Let's just do that one. There's 199 back there, pool table. It's more me.
For some reason, Rumble is not showing up. I don't know why. So I don't know what's going on with Rumble. Let me know if Rumble's working for you guys over in the Rumble chat. So
like 2 weeks.
Yeah, whatever. I've tried my best, and we do get a great audience over on Rumble.
Yeah.
So hopefully they're able to get that working. But either way, welcome in everyone. It's Geeks Gamers Daily. It is Dune Part 2 week. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. And I don't know. Are you excited for Dune Part 2, Jay?
I kind of. I think so.
What did you see the first one?
No. I kind of saw it like when it came out, like on video, like on TV. I had it on while I was doing stuff. I think like for some people are I see the reactions. People are loving this film, saying it's like a masterpiece. While like Dune people that have been invested in the lore for some time, like they kind of steer off. Ryan loved it, and other people in our sphere loved it. So I'm gonna watch the first one and then I'll see the second one in IMAX. But I just never was like was never into it.
Okay, so let me
explain.
You know what I
mean? Like
I do. So I was never a Dune guy either. I went to see the first film just based on curiosity. I wasn't thinking I was going to love the movie. There is a different level to watching it in IMAX versus watching it at home. And I still think the movie's very good watching it at home. I absolutely love watching it on, my big screen at home or whatever. But seeing Dune, at least Dune Part 1 in IMAX.
So hold on, I have to stop you there because is it me, chat, or is Jeremy's mic going on and off? Like, is it me?
You said that's yesterday with Jay or with
Ryan, but the chat confirmed that it was like that. It was just like it's like you're doing this and then doing this. I could be wrong.
Really?
Yeah. All right. One person says the mic volume is all over the place. So on and off. All right. Yeah. See, that's all I was saying. I want to say something before we get, halfway through the.
I might config.
Lulu says Mike is in and out. So,
All right. I might can fix this, Jay. You got to be takeover for a minute.
I just got to know, is it Jeremy's mic or is it both our mics? That's the thing. If it's just Jeremy's mic, that's kind of weird that Ryan had the same problem. Maybe it's a StreamYard's hosting problem. I don't know. Like that's kind of weird.
Jay is takeover right now.
I mean, if someone sends $100, we'll mute Jeremy but please don't do that because you don't want to hear me talk for an hour. Like that was our Mario Kart stream last night. So
good old Jay. Let's see. Hang on. I'm trying to. Let's see if I can fix.
But yeah, so like, I don't hate Dune. I just never got into it. That's the only thing. So like, my excitement level wasn't. The background is perfect. My excitement level is like not like woo. I got to go see it opening day and everything. But it is just the fact that Ryan and other people in our circle are really enjoying the film has got me like, okay, I need to invest in this and go see it. So that's my plan. And to see it in IMAX too. So like that's the thing.
So is that better? Okay, so let me get back to my point at hand. I do think because I was running an OBS virtual cam, because that's what I was doing. I was using OBS virtual cam.
Doing it again.
Usually fuck me in the fucking fuck. I'll be right back.
All right, welcome to Geeks and Gamers Daily. So yeah, he just completely logged off. So I don't know, chat. Like you could tell me. I just like again, like when Dune came out, there was a lot of people hyping. I do love Nerd Cookies. Shout out to her, and her channel, and it really taught me a lot about like some of the lore because I really enjoyed her videos on it. But you know, that's all.
Are you talking about Nerd Cookies?
Yeah, I was saying like actually it was actually her channel that kind of helped like explain a lot of the stuff that I didn't understand. So, you know, but I plan on like this week sitting down and rewatching the first one again and getting I do watching a good movie in an IMAX theater is really special. That's all I'm
Yes,
saying. Watching a
absolutely.
bad movie in IMAX is like, oh, when is it over?
Yes. Now, is my microphone better? Is it working better
So
now?
far.
All right. So back to Dune. All right. So Dune Part 1, I wasn't the biggest, like, no, I didn't have a lot of anticipation for it. I was just going to see it out of curiosity. I ended up loving it. It's one of the best theater experiences ever. It was just the scope and the scale of the movie is next level. And so now for everything we're hearing from Dune Part 2 is that obviously going to see it in IMAX, going to see it on the biggest screen possible. And that's going to be the difference. But yes, you need to watch Dune Part 1. You have to pay attention. There's a lot of moving parts to it. It can be confusing. But you're definitely going to enjoy Dune Part 1. And then from everything we're hearing from Dune Part 2, we'll get into that a little bit later. But everybody's pretty damn hyped about it. So I'm excited. Space Monkey becomes a new member and gifts a Geeks Gamers membership. Travis becomes a new member. Thank you. Blake Barrett says, this is for Jeremy's Brochel battery. Tobias with 5 gifted memberships. Let's freaking go. Ryan Guy says, Jay is gay. Do you know what? Is this like...
Do you know the well? Do you know the we? What? Something like that? I don't know.
Get woke, go broke for 50. Says, see you next Tuesday. Brie is gone. Bring on the little crab music. Yeah, the crab music.
The PewDiePie thing.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about that, and I mean, we might as well just go ahead and jump right into that right now. Brie Larson, Queen Brie Larson, the single greatest, most important individual in the history of movies, cannot commit moving forward to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And here we have it right here. The Marvel star Brie Larson shares a blunt response when asked about her future as Captain Marvel. Have you heard about this, Jay?
Yeah, but this is it's pretty typical because she gave a blunt response like, what was it like before the Marvels came out?
Yes.
When they were like,
it was like, does anybody want me?
She's like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just like and now here's the second one. She basically says the same thing, right? Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah, she's doing an interview. We're going to go to that interview in just a minute. And but the thing about it is this is after the failure of the Marvels. Like, this is after that. You know what I mean? So this is where it's a little different now because the Marvels has failed, and it's failed miserably. With a 62% on Rotten Tomatoes and a mere 206 million worldwide. The Marvels failed to live up to expectations last November and is now Marvel Studios' lowest grossing movie. It's still hard to say where it all went wrong. No, it's not actually. It's not hard to say where.
It's hard to say.
It's not hard to say at all. Let's see. Captain Marvel grossed $1 billion in 2019. Both Miss Marvel and Photon had taken center stage in 2 critically acclaimed Disney Plus TV shows. When we can take some guesses, of course, Captain Marvel probably should have been somewhere in the title.
That's not going to change. That wouldn't have changed anything.
Captain Marvel is the most protected film in the history of movies. We have never seen a film more protected, put in more of a spot. And again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, to be clear. All right. There's nothing wrong with positioning your films that you think are going to maybe underperform or something like that. There's nothing wrong with positioning them to succeed. There's nothing wrong with that. But let's not act like that didn't happen. And that's the whole thing, is that the MCU fans will deny reality. They'll deny that even happened. And that's exactly what happened. They took Captain Marvel and they put it in between 2 of the biggest films of all time. And they tied it into those films so that it would give it a little more interest from the general audience level, and there's nothing wrong with that. But that's why it made $1 billion. So no, this isn't complicated at all. It never was complicated. But anyway, it gets down to this, and she does this interview right here. And this is towards the end of the interview, and they ask her about Marvel. I hope I have audio turned on.
Can you tell us a little bit about Marvel and what's coming up for you, your next Marvel project?
I don't have anything to say about that.
And that's it. I don't have anything to say about that. And she, like, again, it is similar to the last comment she made of, does anyone want me? Blah, 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 besides Ryan Kennel. But to me, that seemed a little more like she gave some context last time. You know, she gave a little more of it. This one, she clearly was like, I don't want to talk about this at all. She was really cool.
It makes you wonder if, like, well, they maybe, of course, it's speculation because it wasn't there, but like they offered her this, you know, like, you're going to get a trilogy, you're going to get this, you're going to be the new face. We heard all those things. You're going to be the new face of the Avengers. You're going to do this, you're going to do that. And then all of a sudden, like, they just pulled the rug out from her and just like, well, we're actually not going to, we're going to make you like the bad guy in the Marvels. And we're just going to pair you with these other people. And that's going to be the end of it, you know? And maybe they just treating her really bad over there. Wouldn't be the first female actor that they treat bad over there at Disney. But I'm just saying, like, and now she's just like, I've had enough.
Yeah.
You know?
And again, it needs to be noted that, yes, she has had an answer that's similar to that in the past. But you would think, if, like, again, this is after the failure of the Marvels. That's the whole thing. The lowest grossing film in MCU history. And she's clearly embarrassed about that. And again, man, Marvel's not in a good place right now. They've got a lot of problems at their front door. So to speculate that Brie Larson and many others could potentially be done, that's not a far stretch at all. And now everything that the MCU was built off of it's gone. It doesn't resemble any of that anymore. So it'll be interesting to see how they move forward.
Again, I'll tell you how they're going to move forward, Jeremy. They're just not going to learn, because apparently a female-led White Tiger show is in the works at Marvel Studios. Now, a lot of people might not be familiar with this character. I am not that familiar. All I know is White Tiger is a man. He's Puerto Rican, you know, and he fights crime in New York. I'm not quite sure where he gets his powers from. But even here it says, while Daredevil Born Again will have a male version of the character. So they're like, we'll give the male version. And I'm not, again, Chad could probably help me out. I don't know if this is his daughter or a relative, but apparently they're like, we're gonna go all in with another female-led show. Since the Marvels didn't work out, Madam Web, well, we saw what happened with that one over there. Let's try this one. Maybe this one will finally work. But you're dealing with you probably never heard of this character, right? It's not a known character, but so they're gonna go female
again, man. They just keep doing this shit. They keep doing this shit, and man, let them keep doing it, because again, this is why, like, I can't stomach watching Marvel shows. I can't fucking do it. Like, there's nothing. Now, the only thing I am going to be watching is the Acolyte with Star Wars.
You can't look away from the
I can't look away from the train wreck that's going to be that with Leslie Headland, who's Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant, and too ugly to be assaulted and too ugly for Vince McMahon to shit on. That's how ugly Leslie Headland is. But yeah, but like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like, there's just so much bullshit. These Marvel shows have completely ruined all of the universe. Like, I just do not care about any of it. I have no interest whatsoever. So let them keep doing it for all I care. But Brie Larson deserves respect. Wait, that's what Ryan told me to say. Yeah. No. Listen, this channel, all right? This channel was built off of Brie Larson hate, all right? So, I mean, I'd be sad. It would be a sad it's sad to see her finally leaving Marvel. It's a little bittersweet for me, I guess, but it's also very funny. But at least she'll have Ryan to save her, and he'll be there. He'll be there to swoop in and save the day. So she's always got Ryan.
Interesting conversation about White Tiger in the chat. Some people are angry. They're like, Jay, you have no idea what you're talking about. I literally said that when I pulled it up. I was like, I don't know this character that well. So, but you know, I'm doing my best, man. It's the green screen.
Good old Jay. Good old Jay.
I'm just trying to, because I was curious, like they have a male and a female version. The movies, I guess the movie they're trying to get female led, and like I'm like, it's just crazy how they just don't seem to learn. I think like we've said this a million times over. After Endgame, if they wanted to make a couple standalone films like the Spider-Man one and maybe a Doctor Strange standalone that has nothing to do with anything else, they should have just closed that book and then went right into Fantastic Four and just did a world like that, which now it looks like they're getting into Fantastic Four with Pedro Pascal, who might not be in The Mandalorian now, apparently. So, which it's like, it's all over the place. So who knows?
Well, who knows? I'm not even like, I don't even know if I'm even going to care about the Mandalorian movie. By the time
that's what I'm saying. It's like, what is that? Like me and Ryan were talking about that yesterday. It's like, what is that? Like, what is that all about? Like, what kind of movie are you going to put together with Mando and Grogu? And Ryan made an excellent point. He's like, you got two characters and don't even talk.
Yeah,
like Baby Yoda doesn't talk, and Mando just says, "This is the way."
Well, again, there's just no okay, so when it comes to Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant's new show, I have a clear motivating reason to watch that, because I think it's going to be such a shit show that I think we all should be witnessing it. When any other Star Wars though or Marvel shows, we already know like it's just going to be dog shit for the sake of, like, it's not even fun to roast a lot of that. I do think that the Acolyte is going to be like a SJW. Like, I think it's going to take everything to another level. But yeah, like even with the Mandalorian, like I didn't watch season 3. I didn't watch Book of Boba Fett. I didn't give a fuck. And I don't care about the Mandalorian movie. Like, I guess for considering it's going to be if it's going to be a wide release, if it's going to be released in theaters, that is kind of interesting to see, because that is Star Wars going back to the movie theater. So to watch it and then kind of determine like, okay, how's it going to perform? How's it going to do at the box office, considering it's a Star Wars movie? It feels to me like something like The Mandalorian is probably like several years too late. Like, if you would have done a Mandalorian movie right after season 2,
I agreed,
it would have been probably a massive hit.
Yeah.
After the Book of Boba Fett and season 3, I'm not sure.
Does anybody care?
Sure. Yeah.
Well, Jeremy, I just want to tell you that the bankruptcy at Disney has reached levels now that the Disney activist investor was like, you know, Disney should just go to AI to create new characters and improve their parks. They have no creativity, so just type something in the AI, the Chat GPT, and give us a freaking good story. We need something, Disney. You're so bankrupt that you got to go to AI to try to make something new. Like to create characters and improve the parks. That's how bad it's gotten over there.
Honestly,
imagine if like an investor, like you sat down at a board meeting, they're like, hey, you guys suck at storytelling. Your movies are failing. At this point, you better go get AI just to create some kind of character and tell a story that we could maybe enjoy. That's where we're at now.
Yeah, but I'll be honest. Like, I don't know if I want AI. Might be worse than what current Disney's producing after what we just saw with Google Gemini.
Actually, I mean, it might be right up their alley.
It might actually work for them. Like, it's probably exactly what they need. I mean, it would just be perfect for the nonsense that they've already created. So, again, man, I don't think that, like, again, I don't know. I don't have a lot of experience with AI. I know Jay Hailstorm has been using like that for some of the images and stuff like that. But it's like Hailstorm always tells me, because when I'm telling him like I want to get this graphic done or whatever, he always says like I have to be specific with what I want from the AI. Like I have to tell it exactly, and I have to give it specific directions. And so for AI to create something, from what I understand, it's like it still needs to be trained in a certain way, and it still needs to be given certain directions. Which is, again, when we got the Google Gemini situation, that's because it was trained by the woke people at Google to have those types of responses. Did you see the reports yesterday about what it was saying about Elon Musk and Hitler?
Yeah.
Jeez,
it's unbelievable. It's like
Google Gemini could not tell you who was worse for humanity, Elon Musk's tweets or Hitler. What?
But Jeremy, have you seen this? This is the new AI Sora. It's text to video. And they gave some this right here. This is all AI made. You know, this is insane. Like it's just happening so fast, you know, like all this stuff is happening so rapidly that pretty soon, you know, they'll a lot of movies are just gonna be. I mean, look at this right here. It's like maybe that's what the guy was talking about. It's like you can make a new character, Disney, and just make a new film. Some weird furry horn character is probably a lot more interesting than what you have planned. So, you know, there it is. So it's gonna be wild though, man. Like this technology is just like I said, it's happening so fast, and people can make some YouTube videos out of that stuff, you know, and many movies, television shows if they type it in correctly. And then you're gonna get to the point where it's like, who's going to need anything anymore, right? Like you just type in a script and then off it goes, and it's like people go watch. So who's going to care for animators anymore, or editors, or anything like that? You just type it in and then off it goes. So
it's scary.
We'll see.
Gremlin dropped 20 gifted memberships. Let's freaking go. Thank you, Gremlin. Holy shit. 20 gifties, man. Insane. Thank you so much. And shout out to the chat.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's what it'll do. So like, for instance, we all remember like when you had the whole like 3D animation, Pixar boom, you know, we got like the Toy Stories, the Finding Nemo's, Monsters Inc., all that stuff. And those are a lot of those movies are all-time great, you know, animated films. But there was always like it's not specific, like it's hard to say, like, I don't want to be broad with it, because I personally think like Toy Story number 1 is the greatest animated film ever made. Like, I think it's unbelievable. I think it's a perfect movie. But like when you get into the majority of those films, it kind of makes you go back and think about like, man, the old school Disney animation, you know, and how it had such a personality to it, and it had such an authenticity.
You're talking about like Little Mermaid, Aladdin.
Well, I'm talking even going further back to like
Snow White,
and things like that. Like there was just something authentic about that. There was something that you know, like you got Dumbo, all of that, you know what I mean? So there was something that was authentic about it, where you get that 3D animation, it doesn't have the same feel or vibe or anything like that. And so I think that we'll move into this AI age, and it's going to be sad, but yeah, the reality of it is it's all going to be computer generated. But people have really not thought about this, but it's truly kind of scary. So like, just in my life, in the last 20 years, when I worked, you know, retail, there was no self-checkouts.
Yeah.
Now, like, you almost go to Walmart now, and
that's
there's
where you
hardly any. Yes, and there's hardly any cashiers, and it's all self-checkout. And we're getting to a point where
McDonald's too. Huh?
Oh my God, McDonald's is the most depressing. McDonald's is so depressing to go to right now. I can't stand it. It doesn't.
Big iPad.
Oh man, it's awful. It's awful. And so that's like moving forward into the next 20 to 30, 40 years, like this world, our entire existence is going to look a lot different.
It's gonna look different,
and it's going to look a lot different for the worst reasons. And it's sad. It's a sad reality of where we're heading. But yeah, the McDonald's aspect is just awful. I mean, you go, back in the day, you go to McDonald's, they have Game Cubes.
Yeah.
You know, they had PlayStations, they had the playground, they had a personality, they had this whimsical look and feel. And now you go into it and it's like a bank.
Yeah.
And it's like, is it fun? This isn't cool.
Yeah, that's why I just rather do a drive-through. It's going to be weird, like you said. Like, who knows what this will look like? But in, maybe like 10 years from now, it'll be like, come watch this animation. It was all drawn by hand.
Yeah,
It's kind of like when Jackie Chan released his first movie, Rumble in the Bronx. They're like, he does all his own stunts. It's like, okay, let's go see this guy that does all his own stunts.
Yeah.
It'll be like, this movie was all drawn by hand. So go check it out and remember how it used to be. I just, a lot of people are going to just jump in and make a ton of money. Like we were talking about, like AI advertising. It's like you can put your hat and shirt anywhere you want now and like make commercials with it, and you don't need anybody else. But I find it interesting though that I think that Taylor Swift, when the Super Bowl hit and all those porn images of Taylor Swift were going all over, I think that's gonna be the turning point where like AI stuff will probably get regulated because of that. Because that reached all the way to the government, and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna look into that. We're gonna look into that. Can't use people's faces.
Got to protect Queen Brie or Queen Taylor." So Black Lives or Black Knives says, "Jay, are you excited for Dune? Did you watch it? No."
I had it on. I wasn't like focused. I don't know. You've ever had a movie on and you were kind of doing other things?
Well, I know that, but it was about how I asked you. So I'm like, Jay.
Yeah.
It's like, Jay, are you excited for Dune? The normal answer would have been, I haven't seen the first one yet, but I'm definitely gonna be watching it, and then I'm getting excited.
When do I ever give a normal answer?
You're like, kinda. And I'm like, well, Jay, have you seen the first Dune? Like, no. And I'm like, well, why didn't you just say that?
Well, I was trying to. I didn't think you were gonna dive in. I thought you were gonna talk about the popcorn bucket you can't wait to get first. So I was kind of waiting. And then your mic was acting up, so I was like listening, before I interrupted, and so all those wires got crossed. So that's all that happened.
Good job, Jay.
I need some alpha brain or something in the morning.
Good job, Jay.
Yeah.
Tomac says, I see that Jay has given up our fight for let's see, managed democracy. Really? When did you give this up, Jay?
And wants the automation to win? What? I don't know. I don't think
you've given up.
Correct.
So you're all about AI now at this point, Jay. You've just given up.
No, I was just sharing it.
No, you've given up, Jay. How's Achromatic Chronicles?
No, man, it's not. None of that will be AI. None of that'll be AI, and the animation I'm working on will not be AI either. So,
Duncan Idaho says, "Hey, gents, as you can tell, as you can tell by my name, I'm a slut for Dune. No spoilers, please." Okay, there we go.
I haven't seen it.
No spoilers here because I haven't seen it. I'll see it Thursday, so I am looking forward to it. Kremlin for 20 says, the art and animation is one reason why I love Studio Ghibli films. They're amazing. I agree with the few I've seen. And I always talk about it. It's a recommendation from Krista Nova, and it was The Secret. Is it The Secret Life of Arrietty? Is that the name of it? Am I right about that, chat? I loved that movie. Is that right? Is it The Secret Life or The Charming Life or something like that of Arrietty? But I'd never even heard the correct name. Okay, phenomenal movie. Like, I can't believe how good that movie is. And if you have not seen it, I highly recommend it. I think it came out like a few years ago, but what a great movie. What a great movie that was. And but yeah, that's there's a huge fan base. Secret Life of Arrietty. That's it. Secret Life of Arrietty. Phenomenal movie. Loved it, dude. All right. Google presents Elon Musk says, When is Jeremy going to play Helldivers 2? And Jeremy's mic AGC is on. So, well, I think the mic was just because of me running everything through virtual cam. But yeah, dude, like we're supposed to play Mario Golf today. Everybody's yelling at me about main event not happening. I was going to do Cobra Cast. I don't know what the hell's happening, man. Listen, my social battery is drained right now. Streaming is very hard.
It's hard.
It's very difficult. No, it's not a matter of being difficult. It's a matter of just trying to find all the time to do all this. Yeah, so everybody's yelling at me about main event right now. Jay, what am I supposed to do?
I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing here.
Everybody wants Jay to host.
Nobody wants Jay to host. Man, I hosted Mario Kart and like first 50
made
comments
the most
were like,
money.
Dear God, I hope Jay's not hosting Mario Kart. I don't want to see his perspective. I didn't do too bad, but I'm just saying. That's all it is.
We may do a 2-hour main event or something tonight, and I may just have a limited panel. I'll be there, though. I'll be there. I'll figure something out. The chat, listen, this is why you know that I listen to my audience, okay? Because the moment that people started to hear that main event was canceled, people were screaming and yelling at me. So I'm listening, all right? So I will. Well, yeah, well, who cares about you?
If we don't have main event, I'm gonna watch. I'll probably watch Dune tonight.
You're definitely doing main event now. Maybe don't wait until 2 fucking days before the movie comes out to watch it.
I just need it fresh, man. Like I need a fresh injection in my brain. So then, like, because apparently the movie starts like 10 minutes right after the first one's over. So, I got to get it going.
Orange Agonton says, did Jeremy and Steph switch mics? Not today. Not today. Vic's World for 10 says, any plans on checking out the Star Wars Dark Forces remaster? I hear it has Boba Fett, so I'm all for it. I'm more interested right now, like in the Battlefront. Man, that I can't wait. It's gonna have.
Me either.
Yeah, I bookmarked this just so we could kind of recap what's going on with Battlefront because I don't know, man. I mean, this could be something that blows up and takes off, or it could be something that kind of flies under the radar. I have to imagine that this is going to do well. So Battlefront remasters are coming out right here. Includes both original Battlefront titles.
Oh, dude.
Available on PS5, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and Steam. 64-player online multiplayer. Will include new maps and characters. So I think this is going to be awesome. The online community is going to be great. It's going to, I imagine it's going to have a huge bump in the beginning, and then we'll have to see how it all plays out after that. But I am very excited for this. Jay, are you going to be playing?
I am, but definitely. That's like, I might have put more hours into Battlefront 2 than I played that a lot.
Yeah.
So, especially like you take over all the different worlds and stuff, I think it's pretty awesome.
And I did say remaster. I don't know if they're remastered actually. It's a re-release, but I don't know if it's a remaster. I have not heard that it's I have not heard if it's remastered. But I know a lot of people are nervous about new characters.
You think
they
won't put Rey in there, do you? You think they'll put Rey in Battlefront 2?
Dude,
that would be hilarious.
If they put Rey in Battlefront 2, holy shit. I've seen Howl's Moving Castle. It's phenomenal. Love that movie. Recently, I watched it recently, by the way, too. But yeah, so what if Rey is in it? Oh my god.
So I played Helldivers 2 for the first time.
I know, I was watching it.
Sadly, yeah. And for some reason, that live stream kind of caught a little bit of the gaming algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm getting all these comments right here. Literally the worst gamer ever. Keep up the good work. It's like, that's just one of many. I was like, they're like, people are coming in there leaving comments like, how is anybody watching this dude? Like, This dude alone shows that anyone can live stream gaming. Like, it's just tons of comments like that. They're like, why is anybody even watching this guy? Someone sent him money. I can't believe someone super chatted this guy money. They're like, yeah, retards play video games too. It's like, I was like, God dang, man, they were ruthless. It was funny though.
Well,
I like
switching from one person that's bad about that's not good at things to someone that's very good. He don't miss. ABF has shown up and dropped 50.
Look at that.
Gifted memberships. Holy shit.
Look at that.
Goodness, man. Like, dude, thank you, ABF, Alec Baldwin's finger. He does not miss. All right. One shot, one opportunity.
It's awesome.
And he nails it every time. Holy shit, that's insane. Insanity. But yeah, Helldivers 2. Obviously, I have played a little bit of it. I didn't play it online because I went through the tutorial and everything, and I enjoyed it. And everybody's loving the game. There's just so many games out there right now. Mario Kart was insane last night. I really appreciate you guys tuning in over there on Geeks Gamers Play and hanging out with us. Holy crap, that was a crazy stream, and we had a lot of fun. We wanted to play Mario Golf, but it was getting too late, and me and Jay had to do daily today. So, and our social battery was just running really low. It was running really low. Tobias Nexus for 20 says, I recommend Ponyo for a good intro into Ghibli. As recommended by Red, it's getting punched in the face by a cuteness factory. Also, Spirited Away is great too for non-Ghibli. Secret of Nim, Miss Bisbee is the cutest. Yeah, I've watched quite a few Ghibli movies just recently for the first time. My favorite at this point, I think I saw, was it that? Krista would have to confirm. She sent me a bunch of recommendations. Is Spirited Away is that the one where she got, like, her and her family, her mom and dad, like, end up in that area, and her mom and dad get turned into those animals or whatever? That was Spirited Away, right?
Sure.
Have you seen Spirited Away? You haven't, have you?
No idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, Spirited Away was like,
everybody's saying yes in the chat.
Okay, so yeah. Spirited Away, when I saw it for the first time, I was like, what the fuck am I watching? But like after I watched it and I kept thinking about it, I was like, okay, this is actually really an amazing film.
Thinking about it.
Okay, I couldn't stop thinking about it. But at the time of watching it was weird, man. I was like, this is weird as hell. Weird as hell. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I'm like, I was just thinking I was going to watch some cutesy film that's got like this really, and it is fucking weird, dude. All right. But after you kind of like think about it and process it, it's actually pretty amazing. But I still like the Arrietty movie the most out of any of the Ghibli movies I've seen so far. So we'll get Krista on here to talk about them one of these days. Ryan Guy says, nice Fortnite background, Jeremy. Yeah, this is from the Rocket League Racing. I believe this is the Rocket League background. So Andrew CR says, Ryan, quote, I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. Good old Ryan. He's going through the motions with no Brie Larson. So we'll see what happens with that. We need to talk about Dune Part 2 being again, as of yesterday, currently the highest rated movie ever on Internet Movie Database, IMDb, currently at a 9.4 out of 10. Now, wow. I don't think that's going to last in terms of it staying at 9.4. I don't think it's going to remain the top ranked movie once you get a ton of reviews in. But it is something to note that people are clearly enjoying it, and it is getting a ton of hype across the board. And to give some further context to this, I did pull up the IMDb top 250 movies right here. So here we go. This is the top. We're not going to go through all 250.
Shawshank?
Yes, Shawshank Redemption is the #1 rated movie on IMDb. Second is The Godfather. Third is The Dark Knight. Fourth is The Godfather Part 2. 5 is 12 Angry Men, Schindler's List, Return of the King, Pulp Fiction, Fellowship, The Good, Bad, and the Ugly. That's your top 10. Forrest Gump, Two Towers, Fight Club, Inception, Empire Strikes Back, The Matrix, Goodfellas, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 7, It's a Wonderful Life. So there's your top 20. I think I've seen every movie in that top 20, except I don't think I've seen 12 Angry Men. That's a 1957 movie. I don't think I've seen that. Have you seen that?
No. I'm trying to see what I have. I don't think I've seen Godfather 2. Isn't that like the
prequel,
right?
The Godfather movies, I haven't seen these.
I saw the first one a few times, actually.
I would have to I saw the Godfather movies so fucking long ago that I barely remember them, but I have seen them. But
Shawshank Redemption's like that. I love that movie. Man. It's the story of my life. But
Shawshank Redemption is like. Do you remember Shawshank Redemption? It was always on television.
Yeah, it was always on
TNT and TBS.
Left it on.
It was always
Andy Dufresne.
And so and if you look at the number of reviews, so Shawshank has 2.9 million reviews and The Dark Knight has 2.8. Those are the two movies with the most reviews. So as Dune Part 2 gets more ratings, do I think it could potentially remain in the top 20? Maybe. Yeah, so I just wanted to give the context of that, because right now Dune, they're saying it's at a 9.4, which would make it the top movie. But as more people go to see it, I do not think it's going to remain at 9.4. But it could still hold like a 9 or an 8.8 or something like that, which would put it up there. And again, it all comes down to, it's just a popularity contest in a lot of ways. But if you look at the top movies, I mean, I think you can justify, most of these movies are justifiable. I mean, personally, the fact that all 3 Lord of the Rings movies are in the top 12 is stupid.
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump's a great film. Obviously. Yeah, I mean, it's no surprise to have The Godfather, Dark Knight, Shawshank right there. So good stuff right there. What do you think, Jay? You think it's going to stay up there? Think it's going to stay as the number 1 highest rated film?
Once I watch it and give my credit, my credit rating.
What is wrong with you today?
My viewer rating.
What is wrong with you today?
It might stay up at the top. I don't know, man. What's wrong with me every day? It's early. I'm feeling good though, man. I'm happy. Like things are happening. A lot of moving parts. I learned all that from Jeremy. When Jeremy runs out of something to say, he's all just listen, folks. He goes, man, I got a lot of moving parts, but things are good, man. We had a great show the other night. Had a lot of moving parts though.
You said you're gonna give it your credit score.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a lot of credit for a score. There you go.
God dang it, Jay.
I don't know why people watch when I'm on. Ryan was like making fun of us yesterday. He's like, Jeremy and Jay are gonna be on tomorrow, guys. Probably. He's like, I don't know. Like I said, yeah, it's a show, all right.
It is a show.
Try to be as like straight and narrow when I'm with Ryan. Like I try to I even call him the day before. I'm like, you know what the topics are? I want to read up on it a little bit. I want to make sure, he goes over it, and I send him some stuff that he never uses. And then, but then it comes to Jeremy. It's like, what's up, man?
Hey, man, let's just go.
We got a lot of moving parts.
Let's go. Beardo's secret illiterate racism says, somebody asked Brie Larson if she was dating Ryan. Her response is, I don't have anything to say about that. She didn't deny it, though. She didn't deny it. Lowers Lips Liquor with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. You guys have been gifting a lot of memberships today. Darth Racer says, have you guys heard of the Fat Electrician? He has a great channel. His delivery keeps you enthralled on what he discusses, mainly historical events. You'll get a kick out of his video on Cassius Clay. I have not. Jay?
All right. Thanks for the recommendation. We'll try to get to it, but there's a lot of moving parts happening.
Kara says, Jeremy, watch Spirited Away. If you don't, you're gay. I did. I watched Spirited Away. Like I said, it was when I
turn it into animals.
When I watched it, it freaked me out. Like I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It really is a wild movie. But again, as you think about it afterwards, because I couldn't stop thinking about it, it actually is really good. You need to watch Spirited Away, Jay.
I know. I'm like all like just watching like pirate shows right now. It's pretty pathetic, but this is how it is.
Let's see. All right, we got Lance for 10 says, let's see. You mean if, man, you got some spelling going on here. If you've never seen the best Studio Ghibli movie, it's like, look how it started. You've never. You
got some spelling going on.
You've never. I didn't know what he was saying.
I never. That's like something my mom would tell me, son, you got some spelling going on here, son. Go back upstairs and fix that. Not turning that into school. Like, all right.
A lot of moving parts on it.
There's a lot of moving parts in that super chat.
Lance for 10. Thank you, Lance.
Love you, Lance.
If you've never seen the best Studio Ghibli movie, The Tale of Princess Kaguya, my favorite is Porcio Rocio, especially with the English VAs, Michael Keaton in the lead role. You know, in a lot of Studio Ghibli movies, they have a really like top tier cast of people. Like I know Christian Bale was in Howl's Moving Castle. What is going on with you?
It's just funny the way he said that. There's a lot of spelling going on. I swear. That's so funny, dude. Sorry.
The Grizzly for 10 says Helldivers 2 might be the funniest multiplayer game since Halo 3. There's so much content. It puts AAA to absolute shame. It brings me right back to LAN game days of Halo 3. The response to Helldivers has been great. It really has been. Luis Cuevas says, unlike Jay, I keep my TransUnion credit score at 0. Miss me with that gay shit for $15.
I have no idea what my credit score is. I guess it's something.
You made this entire stream awkward, Jay. You made the whole
Not me, it's you. I was fine until you said that. I was like,
all I said is you got some spelling going on.
I know. It's just, again, I swear that my mom told me that multiple times. Let me check your homework, son.
People watch this show.
I don't know. Ryan's right.
Smart.
It's the lowest viewed daily of all week.
Yeah, and the most super chats. So he can go fuck himself. Hey guys, all hail the 199. It's official. The superhero genre is dying. Brie Larson is done. That actor in Blade film is done. Everything is burning. I don't know if Mahershala Ali is done, but clearly that Blade film is in really bad shape. Really bad shape.
Who knows if that?
I know.
We might get an announcement like, "Hey, good news, everyone! Blade's going to be put on Disney Plus." We've turned it into an animation.
Yeah. Let's see. Dragon Dan says, I am hyped for the new Pokemon Legends ZA game. It's my dream announcement that Legends with Mega Evolutions from the XY games. Yeah, I heard that there was a new Pokemon announcement. Again, if we do some type of main event tonight, which we probably will because too many people are yelling at me, we'll get Beardo's take on all that. Gary's Beard Dingleberry says, Sly that Ryan Gosling should be Sly said that Ryan Gosling should be the next Rambo. So another hero will be slim and feminized. Tuck the wee wee in. Shotgun the Bud Light and let's go. Did Sly say that? Jay?
Sure.
Filthy Casual. I don't know if the media across different platforms can ever really work as far as a massive hit with normies. Hardcore fans will see it regardless. Yeah, I mean, you got to get the normies if you want to be successful, though, yes. And that's the problem. The Angry Badger says they hire people from Tumblr. I'd rather have AI. Yeesh. What's the story about Disney you want to talk about? You have that story pulled up about Disney World? I want to hear about that, but
yes.
here in a minute. Tobias says authentic equals back when Walt was alive and in charge. Say what you want. The man deeply cared for his creations and wanted to see the world smile. 100%. Lance's Pizza Hut is the greatest loss of the bygone era. We used to be
oh man, yes,
dude. Yeah, it's so sad.
That was the spot, dude.
Yeah, seeing what Pizza Hut has that whole bank feel to it now.
Man.
Oh man, it's so sad. It really is. Big Papa says, "Damn it, Jay, you got me addicted to Sea of Thieves. Thanks." Look at there, Jay.
Making miracles fun, dude. Happen. I'm addicted to it too.
Shadow Sand says, "Guys, check your social batteries. We're doing okay right now. We've had enough memberships. Social batteries have been recharged." Sir Hat says, "How can you be a slut for Dune if you haven't even read the book?" Me? Or I don't know. It was that guy. It was somebody in the comments that said that.
Yeah.
So Andrew CR says tonight is the best chance we have a super chat off between Beardo and Craig for Tuesday night's main event. I told everybody there wasn't going to be one. So now I've got to reach out to everybody. They're all going to be mad at me. It might just be me and Jay.
I know, I technically made other plans, but I guess I'll have to change them.
You can go fuck yourself. Torgo the White says, "Don't forget Star Wars Dark Forces remastered on Wednesday." Server says, "Jay's perspective is the best on Mario Kart. We get to see more of the other players on his screen." Jay.
Thank you.
Krista pointed something out last night. She said that she showed me, like, you have the bumpers turned on.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I didn't know you still had the bumpers turned on.
It's a steering assist. It's not bumpers. It's a little different. Bumpers. I gotta do what I gotta do, man. That's the only thing I can do to compete. It's not cheating. You're allowed to have them on if you want. It's just a little switch. You turn them on. Bro, if I'm hosting Mario Kart and I don't have that thing on, it's not good. Like it's literally me just floating in the air.
Jay,
so I have to do. If I'm not hosting, I'll turn them off. But because
that is bullshit. You don't turn it. What if you're not? No, you don't.
Because I practice when I'm not hosting.
You don't.
That's why I'm always in last place. But when I'm hosting, I do better because I put the. It's not bumpers, it's steering assist. So it's a little different. I got no shame. You can see it. The little antennas there.
You clearly do have shame because you're saying it's not bumpers, it's steering assist. That's showing you have shame.
The official name is steering assist. So because I have a lot going on. I got 2 chats. I got to maintain the atmosphere of the people yelling the whole time. I've got to read the super chats. I try to read them when I'm racing too, so the steering assist helps. I could just hit go and like make sure I don't miss anything. Want to make sure everybody's having a good time, everybody's laughing, having a great time, all that stuff. So I need it when I host. So no shame. That's all. So Jay cheats. No, it's steering assist. Holy Christmas crap. And if you don't send me a little bonus today, this is 2 live streams in a row I've been for GG.
That has nothing to do with you.
I'm in the host position.
This super chat is all about me.
Okay.
Well, it does have your name in it too.
See, that's what. Come on, man. Buy me some McDonald's.
Kenobi.
Look at that dude.
For $400. Oh my goodness.
Thank you, brother. Seriously,
Linko Kenobi says, "What's up, guys? I missed a lot yesterday due to my activities. Yes, Disney will never change, so of course I'm still not going to be involved with supporting Disney. Hail the 199. Looking forward to Dune 2 and looking forward to Epic Universe."
Yeah.
Hey, Jay, any updates here? Jeremy, something to help recharge your social battery. Holy crap.
Any updates on Epic Universe? Well, I'm so glad you asked.
Holy crap. Linko Kenobi.
That's incredible.
You mad lad. Thank you so much.
It's the power of Jay. Yeah, that's right.
And also, I know over on Rumble, you guys said that you finally have Rumble rants on Android now. So I think General Duality sent one. So we'll get to that here in a minute. Holy crap, Linko Kenobi. Thank you so much. Lance says, I'm sorry, Jeremy. Super chatting on mobile is always a nightmare. The autocorrect is over the top. I do not apologize to Jay, though.
I still love you, brother.
Thank you. All right. So Linko Kenobi with the $400 super chat. All right. So you said you got an update on Epic Universe. Let's see.
Yeah. First, let's just show the tale of two cities, right? The tale of two theme parks. Just recently, a few weeks ago, Walt Disney World was ranked the #1 ripoff tourist attraction in the country, not just the state of Florida, the entire country. This according to TripAdvisor. These people came together and did a poll. They talked to thousands of people. They wanted to know where they would go to travel, and then they took a lot of the complaints and they did, they measured things out by cost, what things would cost. This article here explains that, and this is, I just got to say that all the theme parks do this, but Disney has really mastered the market where they said a one-day ticket for Walt Disney World starts at $109. Now, all Disney has to do is have one day on the calendar year where they charge $109. Then they could advertise tickets start at $109. Actually, if you lived outside of the state of Florida and you wanted to go to the Magic Kingdom, it would cost you about $184 plus $30 parking just for one day. If you wanted to add a park hopper, it adds up. So you're talking about over $200 per person to go to one theme park per day here in Florida. So after all that being said, they decided they put all this stuff together and they went state by state, but this was the #1 ripoff in the country. And they're not helping themselves here because Disney just announced that they are that next year that they're going to raise their prices even more. So they're just like, we're not making any money with the movies. We're not making any money on Disney Plus. We're just going to bump up our tickets here by about $20. So
it's sad, man. It's sad because, I used to be a huge fan of Walt Disney World. This is like
the classics are awesome.
Pre 2015, 2017, whatever you want to say. Like, and the park seriously has taken a step back. Like, it really has. Like, the experience is not the same. Now, I haven't been in a long time. I think I went to Epcot like, a few months ago, but like, I haven't been to Magic Kingdom. I don't know when the last time I went to Magic Kingdom is. I have no idea. Did we do something for park hopping? I can't remember, but
I think we went. It might just been me, but I think we went the day it reopened after the lockdowns. I think that was the last time. I don't know if you were there. You might have been.
I don't know when the last time I was like,
because that was like a weird day when the rest of the world was still locked down.
Yeah,
and we went. I walked through Disney. It was like nobody there.
I know I haven't been to Disney World, or I haven't been to Magic Kingdom since the Tron ride opened up. How long's that been?
It's pretty new. Probably about a year.
Okay. I know I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that. But yeah, I mean, like I used to really love going there because it did have a certain vibe and a certain feel to it. But political correctness and woke ideology and all of that, it hasn't had like it hasn't overrun the parks to the point like it has Marvel and DC on film and stuff like that. But there's definitely problems that you see there, and it's just had an effect on it. And it sucks. It really sucks.
No, it just keeps like, this is all they have left, and they're not taking any care. And we kind of predicted this of like, it'd take about like just listening to experts say it'd be about 3 to 5 years before like the park experience is completely gone, especially on the Disney side, because they're not updating, they're not putting in anything new, they're not doing anything that's innovative, and they're catering to, I mean, let's be honest, they're catering to very large people. We talked about how they changed the Tron ride seating. It used to be like Hagrid's, like a motorcycle, and now they put bucket seats in the back for fat people to ride. And the same people complain to Universal about the Mario Kart, like, hey, we can't fit in that thing. All right, you need to change it. And they're like, sorry, we're not doing that. So, but this is from Epic Universe. So they're introducing a new type of ride and this is their Donkey Kong minecart coaster. This is what it's going to look like. So if you don't want spoilers, it's only a 9-second clip. But if you notice, it looks like you're flying off the track, right? Onto another track, just like the game, right? And so what they've done is they've built something to give you that effect. See, like they're trying to make it feel like, what a crazy idea. Let's make the ride just like the game. You can see this here where it actually connects on the side, and then you're on the front there, so it looks like you're jumping the tracks like the game.
That is cool.
It's like they're trying to recreate the experience of the video game. Imagine.
Yeah.
What a simple concept. Hey, we love this. Make it exactly the same. I want to experience it. So that's what Universal's doing. So that might freak some people out, thinking like the track is broken if they're not sure. But yeah, that's what's coming when this opens in Super Nintendo World. So, and we've seen this over and over again, at least in the theme parks, that last year's census report about people who visited theme parks here in Orlando is that that Universal has overtaken all the theme parks except for the Magic Kingdom. And that was the first time in their history that they've ever been able to do that. So if that doesn't scare Disney to want to change things, it's like, I don't know what is, because once Epic Universe opens, it just seems like Disney will be like the next, no offense to SeaWorld, but it'll be like the next, it'll be like an afterthought. It'll be like, man, I can't get into Universal. Let's just go to Disney or something like that. So it's, if I were them, I'd be worried, because again, like half the attractions break down. They're not updating anything. They're not putting in anything new. And when they announced that they were going to dump, like, I don't know what it was, like some crazy number, like $60 billion into park experiences. Actually, most of that money is going into their cruise ships, not their theme parks directly. So
it's sad.
We'll see what happens.
Sad reality of it. So someone super chatted and said, I work there, laughing my ass off. Jeremy, I'll get you in for free. You work where? You work at Disney World? Or Universal? Let me know. Let's see where we're at. Hayden Wayne says, if Disney keeps raising prices, Park Hoppin' is going to have to be rebranded to Parking Lot Hoppin'.
I will say one thing for Park Hoppin' that you
hear how Jay just ignored Hayden Wayne's 20?
No, I was going to answer it. It was like
so mean.
The beautiful thing is that people at Disney respect that we, are not fake in our opinion on certain things at theme parks, and they reach out to us all the time.
They do.
This is how I was able to get all that freaking Star Wars hotel information and all that stuff, because they're like, we hate it. It sucks, dude. Keep telling the truth about this thing. It's freaking expensive. Nobody wants to come here. Here's what's coming up next. So, it's like one of those things.
Oh yeah, I should have seen. That's a picture of the monorail in Epcot.
Hayden Wayne.
So he works at Walt Disney World. Okay, and we have there's a lot of people that work for Walt Disney World and Disneyland that talk to us. And I'm just talking like people that watch our channel that work there. You know what I mean? And they're not going to sit there and like, oh, I got inside information and shit. They're just like, dude, keep doing what you're doing, please. Like, we're sick of this shit. A lot of people are like, we're sick of this shit. And for whatever reason. And I see Valientes is in the chat.
What's up,
Ivan's
dude?
in the house. He's doing great work over there, man. His Super Nintendo World video was fantastic.
Yeah.
So, but yes, shout out to Park Hoppin'. I know, dude, there's so many people that give us shit for Park Hoppin' that don't watch us. They're like, oh, they just go to Disney all the time and praise it. And it's like, well, first of all, we don't really go to Disney a lot, but we will go there if we to cover stuff. Yes, that's what the I know this is shocking that I created a theme park channel to cover theme parks. I know. Wow. What a man. I can't believe he did that.
I mean, it's because there's an audience for it. And also it's like, I'd love to get to this place where, one of our articles on geeksandgamers.com, when we had, when someone wrote about, was one of the highest viewed articles on the on the website. So
yep.
So it's pretty cool. Like, and we're getting ready to put all this stuff together again and like have an awesome, with theme park articles and things like that all together. So,
and speaking of that, so as you guys know, we are currently rebuilding geeksandgamers.com. Okay. You can still go to the website right now. But if you're interested, it's 100% volunteer position. You go down to the bottom of the website, you click contribute. Okay. And you can look at everything we're looking for here. All right. And you can submit your application and all the things we're looking for. We're looking for everything. We're looking for video game people. We're looking here. Let me enhance this a little bit. Right here. Okay. If you're a dedicated writer interested in giving strong opinions on movies, video games, TV, and or anime, esports, or following YouTube news from the 199, the Fellowship, and beyond, Geeks and Gamers might be the place for you. So we're looking for people who cover video games, movies, TV, anime, esports, G&G, F&T. So what I mean by that is like if we have meetups going on, or like the other day, like I talked about this 2 weeks ago, where Gary just ratioed the living fuck out of that Mary Sue writer.
Yeah.
Like we should have had an article for that. We should have articles on Melanie Mac being banned from Twitch and Asmon Gold reacting, so we can highlight that, because what I want geeksandgamers.com to be is obviously covering the bigger stuff in terms of the movie world, the video game world, all of that for sure. I want all of that covered. That's got to be done. But we also need to be highlighting our own little world. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody else going to fucking do it. So we need to start doing it. And so that's what I want us to have our, people covering that stuff. And it doesn't have to be in-depth stuff. It could be like a couple of
protests in Vancouver.
Now, in terms of how I have it structured, I do not run the website. Alex runs the website. Alex is the person you have to convince, not me. He's the editor. He's the editor-in-chief. He runs things, not me. Now, he will obviously come to me if he has questions, needs approval, stuff like that. But, that is his call completely. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, if you guys are interested, please go over there right now. Flood the site with, applications, and we'll see what Alex has to say. But Alex makes the calls, not me. But he'll come to me, and obviously I'm involved in the overall narrative of what I want the website to be. But we're looking at probably 4 to 6 weeks to rebuild what we're doing, and that process is going to take some time. It's going to take some money. It's going to take a lot of our social batteries. The social battery meme is never going away. Calhoun says, Quartering used your article in his video I saw. Oh, really?
Look at that.
One? That's awesome. Hell yeah. That's awesome.
That's
maybe probably the Chrissy Mayer or something like that. I know we wrote an article on the Chrissy Mayer situation. But yeah, that's what, like G&G, like the website, it's time to level it up. It's time. Like that website, I want that website to take a massive leap and start covering things. Art Calhoun said, yep. Okay. That's awesome. Shout out to the Quartering. Linko Kenobi for another 10 says, I'm still trying to get my podcast going, downloaded OBS Studio. I got the video going, but I would like to get the other features going anyways. Just wanted to give you an update. Hey man, I know you're working hard on your channel. Congratulations on that. Yeah, OBS is like, if you don't know anything about OBS at first, it's a little like intimidating. But as soon as you actually understand OBS, it's pretty damn easy. It's pretty damn easy. And, there's obviously some good tutorials there on YouTube if you want to understand it. But OBS is really, really easy once you really go through it. Let's see. Beardo's Secret Illiterate Racism says, The Secret Life of Griggs, Kennel, and David was a great movie. Not sure what the plot is, but a fun watch. Highly recommended. There we go. Let's see. Let me see where we're at. Michael Rafferty becomes a new member. Thank you. Tobias says, you want a Ghibli heist movie? Go watch Lupin the Third, The Castle of... I ain't going to try to say it. Great animation and story. Alex Slusher, my favorite Ghibli film is Castle in the Sky. I've not seen that one yet. Planning on watching that one. The Singing Tiggs says, we need main event. Jake and host will survive. We'll figure it out. Sir Hat says, Jeremy, you need to watch more anime. Watch Akira. I have seen Akira. Blabs the Tower, and I liked it. Blabs the Tower Tar says Jay makes me feel smart. Google presents Elon Musk says Jay makes better memes than AI. Beardo's secret illiterate racism. Who is Jay's credit rating for Star Wars? Wait, what is Jay's credit rating for Star Wars?
Can watch my ranked video. Seems to be getting a lot of people upset.
My cum smells says Jay and Jeremy streams are like that one bad wheel on a shopping cart.
That's pretty good.
Lower lips liquor says let's see. Jeremy sounded like Ricky Ricarfo. Lucy, you got some splaining to do.
Ricky who? Ricky Ricardo? We got some spelling going on here.
Some spelling going on. I didn't know if there was a joke I was missing. I know who Ricky Ricardo is, but is it even spelled I-E? I thought it was Y.
Some spelling going on here, son.
Got some spelling
going on
here.
Is
it Ricky Ricardo spelled Y with a Y?
I know you're not asking me, but
Old Man Rising. I said, see, you never can, like, on super chats, you can't win.
Yeah.
If you read it the right way, you're probably gonna fuck up, and if you read it the wrong way, you're probably gonna fuck up. So Old Man Rising says, I sailed to see D2. Don't understand the hype. It was slow and boring. I rarely don't appreciate effort. Girl boss Channy not believing in I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. So you want to explain that one, Jay?
Sailed to see D2. Don't understand the hype. D2? It was slow and boring. I really don't appreciate the effort. Girl boss Channy not believing in Mod Dip. Mod Dib. Nope. Yeah.
Is he Dune 2?
I said, you got some spelling going on here, sir. We got some spelling going on here.
Hey, where are you at? We are retarded, and I'm so sorry. I don't know why people watch this. I really don't. Oh, fuck. Objectively, a cat says, you use bumpers, Jay. Own it. The Wolfram Heart. Shut up, Jay. I'm trying to read. Can we get an RIP for Queen Bree's feet? Tabletop Joe, Billy, Drunk 3PO Mitchell. Clark says, the power of Jay compels you. Yo Pop says, if Jay rode a motorcycle, it would have training wheels. Axel Jensen, I empathize with Ryan. Listening to Jay is like getting stuck behind slow-walking fat people at the mall. Enoch Amon, in the process of sending my writing samples to your editor, I apologize in advance for the length. They got wordy. Shocking. I know. No problem. Taker says, you guys need that clip of Downey Jr. rolling his eyes 4 times when guys flub the super chats. 2024 is going to suck for gaming. Beardo's secret illiterate racism. Brie tweeted she put her application in for Geeks and Gamers. MC Tasman says, you got to watch Grave of the Fireflies, my dude. It's a classic Ghibli. I've heard it's incredibly sad. Incredibly sad. With that said, Jay.
Another daily in the books. And it looks like I'll see you for Tuesday night's main event.
Who knows? General Duality. Rumble app has rants now. Let's fucking go. Mighty Megatron says, Brie is done with Marvel. That just means she'll find the next nerdy geek stuff we love to weasel in, and she'll weasel her way in like a dork trying to go to the cool kids party she wasn't invited to. More than likely, sadly. I get it's probably going to be an earlier main event. I got to call people. At the end of the day, the audience is all that matters. Yes. And the audience has let me know that they were not happy that I was canceling main event. So I'm listening to my audience because my audience is awesome. I appreciate you guys. So it will happen. All right. We're going to run main event. It may be a limited panel. It may be a 2-hour stream, but we're going to do a main event tonight. Then we still got to do Mario Golf. And then maybe I was going to, I don't know if I can do Cobra Cast. So we'll see. My social battery is running low, but streaming is hard. Nerd Wars is here. What's up, Nerd Wars?
God.
But Jay, what do you got going on?
That's about it. Waiting to hear from the boss of Geeks and Gamers to see what I have to do tonight.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Let's see. Lulu says 2-hour stream will turn into 4. Yeah, fuck. Who cares, right? We're just going to have fun with it. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Have a great day. And we will talk to you later. Bye, everyone.